right, we are back and we are live. Second hour of the show, second and final hour on volume. Again, tomorrow you get a best of, and then relaunching on Monday, 3 to 5 Eastern live show. Same show, just moving to a new channel, 103 Faction Talk. So make sure you remember to join us on Monday at the new home. We thank Zach Wilde for some time. Good to check in with him. And now we do this hour with Joey Belladonna, Charlie Benanti, Frank Bello, Scott Ian here in Vegas with me in the Vegas studio as they get ready for the second show of this tour with Black Label Society and Hatebreed on the bill as well. First show in Houston. How'd it go, Joey? How'd you feel about it? Phoenix, that's right. How was it?
It was really good. I thought, for a first show, felt pretty smooth,
You haven't played one of you guys, because we all went out last night. By the way, we had a great time. Chris Angel's show was awesome, and then our friend Chris Santos taking care of us at Beauty and Essex, great dinner. So we had a great night last night here in Vegas. But one of you guys was telling me last night that last night was the first Anthrax show in like 3 years.
No,
is that right?
No.
No, we've played one-offs. We've done 10. We've done 10 one-off shows over the last year, like festival shows, like some of the Wimmer festivals and whatnot over the last year. But last night was Phoenix was our first indoor show, like on tour indoor show since November of 19. That's when we finished the For All Kings touring cycle.
How did it feel for you, Scott?
I thought it was amazing. I had a lot of nerves, a lot of anxiety. It was sold out. The crowd was ready to go. We have a lot of production stuff on this tour that we've never had before in the history of the band. It's like the biggest production I think we've ever had. And it all...
Charlie go up on the drums and you got steps and risers?
We couldn't do it in Phoenix because of the low ceiling, but... yeah,
it's there. Frankie flies across the audience.
Grab my rope.
Gun.
No, we're gonna levitate now. Chris Angel taught us how to levitate last night.
Exactly.
But yeah, all that stuff went off without a hitch. There's some really cool production. I thought the set list really worked. There's some stuff in the set that we either have never done or haven't done in a really long time. And it really was an amazing night, and all that anxiety. It dropped off immediately as soon as the show started, and it was great.
Frankie? What is the stuff? What is some of the production stuff you've never done before that he's talking
Staging.
about?
We got some bells and whistles. I don't want to tell you. You can see this tonight.
Well, Scott, you were saying it might not fit in there tonight in this venue tonight.
We'll get everything in that we can.
Yeah.
One of the main things, which is kind of in the show opener. I think that will be in there. Yeah. Certainly, that's be definitely in the show.
People will like that.
Yeah.
Look, it's it's great to be back first, and it's weird doing another show right in a row, almost in a row. So we had a day off yesterday, but now we're on tour. We haven't done this in forever.
We haven't seen the bus yet either.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. We're going on a tour bus. It's very strange since forever.
Tonight starts a 3 in a row because it's Vegas tonight, and get your tickets. There's only like a couple of hundred tickets left, so you don't want to miss it. Palladium on Friday in Los Angeles, which is also like 100 tickets away from selling out, and then Sacramento on Saturday. So it's like our first 3 in a row in years.
Yeah. So when you say you didn't have a bus yet, you getting your bus tonight?
Yeah, we've been flying.
We've been flying.
Oh, all right. And Charlie, for you, getting ready for a tour as a drummer too, you got to go through a lot. Do you go through a lot? Do you start playing a lot, or
I've been playing a lot lately, like a lot. So not only learning Anthrax songs, because there's 2 songs in the set that we haven't played over 10 years.
Which 2?
Can't tell you.
Go on setlist.com.
It's there. Well, you're doing
cheat. No, actually 3 songs we haven't played in a long time. Keep It in the Family. We haven't played that in maybe the tour with Public Enemy.
Right.
Metal Thrashing Mad.
Oh, awesome.
And we play Only.
Right.
Which is another one that was I enjoyed playing that so much the other night. Like I was in my zone. I was just loving it.
Joey, how do you feel about singing Only?
Singing anything else?
I saw a clip of you singing it. You sounded great doing it.
It's fine.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, it's not his era.
What are you trying to say?
It's not. It's the one song not from a record he made. That's all.
I just come out of the chamber and just do it.
Zach, you were in the Zach chamber.
I'm in the chamber. I was all set.
But I mean, when he joined the band, he had to sing like the Fistful of Metal stuff, and he made it his own. Yeah. So that's
I'm playing Fistful of Metal stuff.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yes.
See?
Wait, what are
Yeah,
you
that's
doing from Fistful of Metal?
Metal Threshing
Metal
Man.
Threshing Man.
Yeah, but there's the other
The
version
EP.
of that from the EP.
Same idea.
Yeah,
Same idea.
Yeah. So, no, I thought that was cool that Only was in the set, and it's this because this really is in a way still like the 40th anniversary celebration,
Yes,
the
right.
continuation of that.
Yeah.
Because we never got to do it in our 40th year. We didn't get to play any shows to properly commemorate that. So we're 41 now, but we're celebrating our 40th still.
So all you got to do to celebrate it was to make Zoom videos and that whole thing that you
everybody
did
else.
online.
Yeah.
But that was great. I got to tell you, the way you guys put all those parts up there on YouTube,
The docs.
the docs.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic, and because you talked to everybody and you covered every era, and it went right through the whole history of the band. Is there a plan to maybe edit that all together as like maybe 1-2 hour thing instead of all those parts on YouTube?
I mean, the hardest part about that would be connecting with everybody who is in it to say, hey, we would like to put this out, because originally we weren't putting it out. This was just done for web, So that would be the thing that would be the tough thing to do, contact everybody and say, hey, we'd like to put this out as a full documentary, and get more footage too.
Yeah, we are actually using, I don't want to give too much away, but we do have kind of like a callback to the documentary series as part of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, you'll see. Just be there, during set change between Black Label and Anthrax.
Yeah.
It's like a trailer,
And I mean, the show the other night, it was just, it was nonstop.
Yeah.
It was just nonstop. It was just such a great, the pacing of the set and the audience was so, I don't know, man, it was just a great marriage for, us and the audience.
Yeah, there's no
together,
downtime. There's no go take a piss. It's not going to happen. It's right after another. So
There's no power ballad.
no, there's nothing like that. No, this it's in your face. I'm very happy with it.
And how did, Joey, for you getting ready to go out on a tour like this and sing every night or 5 nights a week or whatever, what's your ritual like vocally, or you just go do it? I mean, are you the big warm-up prep guy, or you just go do it?
No, I don't want to. I talk with everybody in the hallway. I sing at home and stuff. I like to fart around and stuff.
But you're not the warm down guy. You never did any of that? No. That's amazing.
Like Ronnie.
Well, that's it. I was just going to say, Dio
I
was
just
the same
never
way.
did anyhow. I heard people doing it. I walk away.
You ever have problems with your voice ever in your history of singing?
I had a sinus infection back in, what was it, 86? I don't know where we were.
Let me think about it. One time in my life, I had a sinus.
He's never been sick of it.
I've been fine since then.
No, but honestly, we were over in I was at Santa Rosa or something. I was having problems.
This lunatic fucking he had vertigo one time and he still sang
6 days in a row.
6 days in a row. He had bad, he was dizzy. He had to hold on to the drum riser. He still sang.
Nauseous.
No problem.
But you guys, that's got to be an amazing feeling for you guys to have a singer that's amazing.
There's so much inside.
There's a lot of inside. There's a lot of old inside.
Yeah,
New York
I know.
stuff,
It's great.
Tom
People
Brown
don't
stuff.
realize-
Tom
my
Brown
God.
stuff going on here.
Very
Oh, my
inside
God.
baseball.
He should be here with us.
He should be here. But that's got to be incredible to have a singer, Charlie, that
Absolutely.
every night. You don't have to deal with is he going to... We all heard LSD, lead singer's disease, all these problems these guys have. I mean, that's...
Oh, he has that.
Yeah. Well,
He's no angel.
But he's like I put him in the same thing as like a Dio, as a Robin Zander,
Bruce
Joey,
Dickinson.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson. He goes out and he delivers every
He does
night.
his gig. And that's the great thing about it. Like
he's
we
a
play.
pro. He's a fucking pro.
Yeah.
You talk about Robin Zander, who we all love.
Oh yeah.
Has anybody... I spent a lot of time talking to Robin, including recently. Anybody ever tell you remind
All the
talking
time,
to
dude.
you?
I've been saying this
we
forever.
say
I told Robin, you are Joey Belladonna, and I tell him the same. You guys are the same.
Remember when we did Persistent of Time? They were in the same complex where we were.
And
we hung out with
Oakwood.
them. That was the night.
Dude,
With Robin. It was
I
like,
said, "You're Belladonna. You're look at him, and you are him."
we went out with them in a van that one night, too. That was
Got so drunk,
classic,
man.
Oh
Great
my
times.
God.
We had some good times at Cheap Trick.
I had an unbelievable experience with Cheap Trick at the Oakwoods as well. Previous to that, Vito Bratta I was staying with him. White Lion were making a record, and Cheap
He was
Trick,
with it. He was there.
Cheap Trick was maybe this is around the same
That was
time.
it.
Yeah.
That was it. Because he bought a. Tom Peterson went out.
That's
We
right.
talked to him.
That's right.
We went out to a club. It was
He bought a vet that day or something.
that's
Yeah,
right. He bought a new
vet.
vet. Vito brought
Yeah.
a new vet.
Wait a minute, this is
Were
crazy.
you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is crazy because we all went out. So Cheap Trick were making the record.
Yeah.
It can't be the same.
Yeah,
year.
his son was golfing with him. I remember him staying up. They were working on stuff, and he was like 10 years old.
We were doing Persistence, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were recording
Yeah.
Persistence.
At A&M.
Definitely, yeah.
This is crazy.
Conway.
Conway
exactly,
Studios. That's
yeah.
right.
No. We did the drums at A&M, I thought.
Conway.
And
Yeah,
then
but
I
we were
thought
in
we moved
Conway
to
at that
Conway.
time doing most
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
We went out. Vito and I went out with the Cheap Trick guys. They were recording. They were staying in the apartment next door. And I wrote about this in my first book, and these guys still bust my balls about it when I see them, because we went to dinner and then we went to some club. All of Cheap Trick, myself, and Vito. And you said about Tom Peterson, that's when Tom was drinking. Tom got so drunk
I was gone.
that we lost him.
Yeah, same with us. We the same thing. It's like he disappeared. Nobody could find him.
We could not find him. And this is a God's honest true story. And Tom laughs about it every time because, of course, he doesn't remember.
We went to the Rainbow first too. I remember at one time.
We didn't go to
that night too.
We didn't go to Rainbow, but we came back. We lose Tom in the club. Everybody's like, okay, good night, whatever. Tom went off with whoever, wherever, whatever. And Vito and I go back, and I was staying in Vito's apartment. Next morning, we get up. Vito wanted to go to some car show. And we were at the light, waiting for the light to turn at the end of the apartments on Barham or whatever street that is.
Yeah.
And Vito's sitting there, it's like, he's looking at me next to me in the car, and he goes, "You think Tom's okay? I mean, I wonder what happened to Tom." And I go, he's an adult. I'm sure he's okay, whatever. I swear to you, there's shrubs, and the shrubs started rustling while we're waiting for the light. And Vito Vito elbows me, and he goes, "Look, holy shit, look." And I go, "What?" And crawling out of the shrubbery was Tom Peterson.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good.
So great.
It's funny you say that. It's definitely the same night, man. I'm telling you, there's no way.
He got dropped off at whatever hour.
Yeah.
At the and there was a hill to get up to the apartments, and he couldn't do
I
the
remember
hill.
that too.
So he just napped in the
Slept in the
shrubs.
bushes.
Wow.
And Vito's Corvette rumbling shook him, and he got up and he shook it off and he started walking up the
Wow.
It is something I will never forget. And because I told Tom about it, when he's in LA, he will take a picture of those shrubs and send them to me. He goes, "Get ready to go to bed."
Did he laugh?
The best. Those guys are the
I remember
best.
running
still
into
the
Rick
best.
Springfield at the pool.
Oh, we've
one
all
of those
been
days there. Wow.
Shit, when that time Lars dove into the bushes in Romania.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time, he was,
I did too. I didn't.
He's pretty drunk.
We dared each other.
Yeah,
That was fun.
it's great. It's great stuff. So, all right. So, psyched to be back out on the road. The tour is just underway. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody feels good. Everybody's sounding good.
Thankfully, yeah.
Vibe is good. Everything's all. Have you talked about new music? Has there been any talk about a new record?
Oh, for years. I mean,
literally.
Literally years.
because we were already working on stuff pre-COVID. You know, I talked about this with someone the other day. Like if COVID doesn't happen, we would have had a record out already. You know, but you know that just kind of shut everything down in so many ways. But also one of the ways was just creatively, and it just kind of, you know, for me anyway. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but like I know for me that first year of COVID was just kind of like a blank. You know what I mean? Like it was hard to motivate. I did other things to keep myself motivated and moving forward in my life, but the idea of trying to write, you know, when everything was just so weird and literally the ground underneath you didn't know if it was solid anymore on this planet, it made it kind of hard for me to think that way. But coming out of that first year, then suddenly like the light turned on, and it was like, oh wait, I got a lot of shit I want to talk about now. So,
and I was the opposite. I did the opposite of that. All I did was kind of write and just go dive into it. You know,
Well, you did a record of covers.
Yeah.
You did like all that YouTube stuff.
Yeah. And in between that, just writing like, material, just trying to keep myself as busy as possible because I was going crazy.
I think I was going crazy too. Depression. I went into depression. So music was the outlet. Writing that was the outlet. That was the all we really had because we couldn't travel and all that stuff. We talk on FaceTime and all that stuff. That's not. You can't write a record like that. It just doesn't work. Not with us anyway.
But it motivated me to do it. That's the thing. I was motivated.
But you guys were all pretty much active as far as doing stuff with the internet, like everybody was.
Sure.
And you did a streaming show, right? There was a streaming concert.
Kind of after that was late
after,
in the game already. That we did that. That was in already late 21 ish. So, but just trying to find ways to navigate your way through that, and that documentary series we did certainly, I think, kind of got the ball rolling for me too, just because I was able to dive into that so deeply, and be a part of helping to make that happen, and just being a part of that and kind of producing that with everyone in the band, and Jack Bennett, who did all the editing and all the interviews for us.
That was fun. That was fun to do that.
Yeah, and then so we kind of came out of that, and we've been in a room together a few times, and we do have
a
collection of arrangements and songs. Some actually have lyrics written, and we're hoping on this tour, once we kind of get rolling and get into a groove, that we'll be able to be in the dressing room and really work on stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Joey, what did you do you live in upstate New York and, out in the woods there. What did you do during the pandemic? Did you make music? You got a Journey band, I know, on the side.
Yeah, we're recording that stuff. I did a Triumph thing for Triumph.
Right.
I did I did a Dio live right after. Literally the week after we did our Anthrax one, I went back out and did the Dio one.
That's right. I hosted that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And every other song was, and here's Joey Belladonna.
I know.
Singing.
Well, they kept handing me songs, and like, wow, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go, and I just kind of whipped up as much as I could.
Now, on the Journey stuff, you're actually going to re-record Journey songs with your Journey tribute?
Yeah, I'll just record all the ones we know.
And how far along are you doing that? You're going to put that out as a record then?
I don't know, just record just for fun for now, and we could put it out. I don't know. I haven't really gotten that far.
Right. Right.
But you can record whenever you want to record,
And what did you do on the Triumph tribute that's coming out? What songs?
I just did one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Can you say which one?
I don't know if I was, I guess, did I ever?
Did you do Magic Power?
I don't think, yeah, or whatever. I picked the one I wanted.
Well, you'd be great singing Magic
Power.
Power.
It was good. I did with Mike Klink.
Yeah. Well, Klink Cooper, who's producing that, called me up and he said to me, can you give me any singers? Because we have a ton of people that will sing the Gilmore stuff. We can't find anybody with a voice high enough that will do the Rick Emmett song.
I would have done more if they wanted me to.
They might be calling you because I think they got Ann Wilson to do a Rick Emmett song.
She was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a big problem because of the way his voice is. One other thing on Anthrax that I want to ask you guys about before we then go and take some calls from the audience is, I'm hearing about a remix of Among the Living. Can you talk about that?
Oh yeah, the Dolby Atmos thing. Jay is putting it together right now, and we have the master tapes, which we didn't even know if they survived that fire or not, but apparently they did. And Jay has been remixing it, and I heard some of it, and I was just blown away. Like,
oh, you actually heard some of the mix already, huh?
Yeah, Jay played some, and I was just like, dude, this sounds amazing, as if we did it yesterday.
This is Jay Rustin, who's worked on your records, and I love his work, and he's a friend as well. So this will be kind of like Holy Diver just came out, Joe Breeze.
Oh, I love that.
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah. So this is going to be like an alternate mix of the record.
Oh, Joe Barresi remixed Holy Diver?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I forget how many good songs are on that record.
Yeah, that's so good.
But that's the idea of doing Among the Living, just an alternate take on it?
Well, the record company, Universal, approached us to do it because they've been doing these. And, of course, they picked that record first. So it's going to be awesome, though.
They had a list, apparently, of the albums that hadn't been done yet in Dolby Atmos, and we were high up on that list. They really, were interested in doing that with us.
But doing it as Dolby Atmos is one thing, but doing it as just a straight remix is another. It's going to be a straight remix too, right? Not necessarily a surround sound thing.
Well,
because that's what Holy Diver is.
Holy Diver is remixed by Joe Barresi, but this is going to be Dolby Atmos, but Jay is also going to remix it.
Yeah, he's probably
Like a
going through
regular
every
stereo
track,
mix.
everything.
So it is both.
I mean,
Tweaking
the tones are so awesome and
what it should be,
so
right?
heavy.
Yeah, he sent me some guitar tracks when he first got the tapes, and he said, I'm putting these masters up, and he sent me like guitar tracks from some of the songs. I was like, holy shit.
I know it's great to hear yourself play on these tracks, right? It's amazing.
He sent me just my Caught in a Mosh, just the guitar, and I was like,
You sit there for hours and just divulge all that, like, wow.
Do each of you feel Among the Living is considered by most to be the classic Anthrax record? Do you all agree with that or no?
I always said it was the record that gave us a career.
Yeah, it's the record we broke. The band broke on that album. It's the one that it left such a stamp on the planet that we're still doing this.
Look at all the tunes,
And the 4 songs never come out of the set from that record.
They have to be there.
I mean,
People get mad. That's
right,
true.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the other 4 bands that were considered, the big 4, the 4 records that we all put out at the same time were the signature records of those bands too. Metallica with Puppets, Rain and Blood, Peace Cells, and Among the Living.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Do you think there could, and we know Slayer's retired, but everybody always comes back. Always. Kiss just added another 100 shows. They did.
They did.
They did.
Literally 100 shows.
For real.
Yeah, book it.
I had no idea.
Right?
Wow.
Well, every time the road ends, they find a way to put more road.
Well,
Yeah,
a lot of papers going on there.
The road keeps
The road keeps
the road
going.
keeps getting repaved.
And
with
you
money.
know, and I got to say this because I'm huge Kiss fan, and it's like there's still a generation that's never seen.
That's the thing
that
with us, too.
band.
People come out, they've never seen us. They get to see almost the whole band still.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Kiss. I know people, I don't like that. I like it. I don't like it. But for me, it's like, hey, if they could do it, continue to do it. That's
Fuck
all.
yeah.
But do you think that there's assuming Slayer came out of retirement, do you think there's ever a chance there could be another Big 4 show again?
Yes.
There's always a
Quick
chance.
answer
Yeah.
from Charlie.
There's always a chance.
Yeah,
always a
always,
chance.
yeah.
So you're
So they're
saying
saying
there's a
chance.
Of course, everybody knows who's makes the call on whether or not that's ever going to happen.
Initially, of course.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
Metallica. It's
Then it gets real. Then it gets real. That would be cool.
it's their ocean liner, and us and Megadeth and Slayer get to hook our little dinghies to the back of it.
Right.
So we would all love to do it. I think if anything could ever make that happen again, it would be Metallica making that call to all the bands. Of course, specifically, you're talking about Slayer, who is currently not active.
Right.
So
Yeah, I saw Kerry because he's lived here in Vegas forever. Ran into him at Costco.
Great place
I
to
did.
see them.
Yeah,
That's
he
a,
was
good, that's a good visual right there.
Well, it was even funnier because it was when everyone had to be masked, and he has the mask on, and he's in line at the pharmacy, and I see him, and he's just, he's being Kerry with the mask and all, buttoned up, and like, and I see him, and he's in line, and I just go up behind, and I push him in the shot like that, and he turns around like this. We're doing video on this. Oh, it's you, Trump. You're ready? And he pulls the mask down.
That was a
He
good
goes,
face,
he goes, I'm just wearing the mask so people don't recognize me in here. I'm just trying to get a prescription. But he's working on something new. And I asked him, because I said to him when I talked to him, I said, well, you got to admit, man, for a band that never got one song on the radio or anything, I said, you guys went out as strong as you could go out. 2 nights at the Forum playing arenas. He's like, yeah, we went out like Tom Brady. What did he say? We went out, made some football analogy. And I said, yeah, you did. I said, but there's always that comeback tour or something like that. And he's just like, Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Nope.
And he went on. He went on to say some things.
There's your answer. Huh?
He went on to say some things that probably you wouldn't want me to share on the air as to exactly why. So I'll leave it. I'll cut it there. But he also elaborated a little bit more on his thoughts on why it would never happen. Well, again, I'll for once not get in trouble and leave it at that. So, but I don't believe nobody's ever retired and stayed retired, to my knowledge. Nobody.
Right.
Rush. Before.
But they never played the farewell card. They just kind of said, well, maybe we might be done, because they didn't know fully. So they didn't play that. Nobody that I know of has ever said farewell and not come back at least once. So, I mean, Slayer's on the clock. We'll see.
I mean, the thing about that is, even during the pandemic, we're musicians, but at the end of the day, we're also entertainers. So it felt weird not to entertain
retired,
in some way, So it's in the blood. Right. So, I mean, it's great. You could retire for a couple of years, but then you have to wake up that one day and go, yeah, I want to do this again. If you could do it.
Right. All right, we got to do a break, and then when we come back, we'll go to the phone calls for the rest of the hour. We got Joey Belladonna, Charlie Benanti, Frank Bello, Scott Ian. Anthrax is in the house. The tour has just started. The bill is Anthrax, Black Label Society. In case you just joined us, Zach was on with us earlier. You can go on the app and hear that, or catch the replay if you missed it. But the tour is also with Hatebreed opening, and it plays Vegas tonight at the Brooklyn Bowl. As Scott said, a few tickets left tonight, and for the show in L.A., which is at the Palladium tomorrow. Go to the Anthrax website to see all the dates, your tickets. Are you doing meet and greets? Are there VIPs now or no?
Yeah, we are.
Are you behind plexiglass like Kiss, or what are we doing?
No.
We're borrowing Zach's chamber.
Yeah, we're doing it more of like a Q&A format, and which people actually get to spend a lot more time with us, because we're together.
It's more fun
for like a solid 30-40 minutes, instead of just walk up, step and repeat, photo, goodbye, where you get 5 seconds, sign your thing, good night. You're actually hanging with us, and I actually think the experience is way cooler.
All right, cool. So you can get all information on that. Is also available on the Anthrax website, I'm sure, which is just anthrax.com, right?
Yep.
There you go. More with Anthrax and your calls right after this.